Hello everybody and welcome to Tiger Tales, a place you'll find stories and fanfictions written and read to you by your host, me, Tai Tiger. Today we're diving back into the world of Pokemon The Lost Chronicles. This is a series of Pokemon stories that doesn't actually have a major continuity, as each chapter will revolve around different Pokemon trainers and characters throughout all the different types of regions. Today we're diving in with a character called Xander, based off the real life Xander that I'm good friends with, aka Cosplay Sun 67. He has a podcast called Neat Talk, and his father is Cosplay Dude 67, my parabatai, and one of my associates, and one of the members of the Free Ranger Bros with me and Mark the Quantum Ranger. So Xander's actually picked his actual team, and I'm actually really looking forward to hearing this story because the actual team was very interesting to play around with. So, that being said, let's dive in with Pokemon The Lost Chronicles. Tales of Xander. Test of True Fire. Xander ran through Pastoria City and headed straight for the gym. He kept on running. He ran past the gym and saw that it had all been blacked out as no one was there. Damn it, Xander barked, so he kept on running, till he reached the docks. There he saw Crasher Wake, the gym leader, stood there waiting to get on his own boat. "Hey, wait!" Xander called out. Crasher's bodyguard stepped in the way as Xander came to a halt, but Crasher stopped and looked at Xander. "And now who is this?" Crasher grinned. "Name's Xander. Wanted to battle you," Xander said for a lack of breath. "Sorry, son, my gym will open after the weekend. You can come get your badge after you beat me there," Crasher told him. "Don't need your badge, sir. I just want to prove a point," Xander said. "And what point would that be?" Crasher asked him. "That I can beat a water-type gym user as strong as you with a pure fire-type team," Xander cheered. "Your team is pure fire-type?" Crasher asked him. "Yes," Xander nodded. "I'm intrigued. I've just been told that I have to wait 10 minutes before I can depart. So why not? Let's have a battle," Crasher chuckled. "Wait, you mean it?" Xander cheered in glee. "Why, yes. I want to see if you hold up. You do have a lot of spirit," Crasher chirped. Then he walked a few paces back, then turned around to face Xander. "Gym rules. 3 Pokemon each," Crasher announced. Then he pulled out a Pokeball, which doubled in size. Then he threw it up in the air. "Gyarados!" Crasher called out, and in an explosion of white light, a Gyarados appeared from the Pokeball. "A Gyarados, huh? This is easy," Xander grinned. He pulled out his own Pokeball and threw it in the air. "I choose Infernape!" Xander barked as an Infernape appeared in front of him. "Gyarados, use Bite!" Crasher said. Gyarados threw himself forward and his teeth sharpened and started to glow as he chomped down at Infernape, who jumped back to dodge it. "Close combat!" Xander commanded. Infernape jumped up and punched Gyarados in the chin. "Retaliate with Dragon's Breath!" Crasher barked. Gyarados opened its mouth and a beautiful roaring blast exploded from its mouth and straight at Infernape. "Flamethrower! Counter it!" Xander barked. Infernape opened its mouth and spewed a fiery blast. Both attacks collided, causing a minor explosion. Both Pokemon were forced back. "Gyarados, repeat!" Crasher called out, and Gyarados breathed its dragon breath once more. Infernape jumped back, but got caught in the leg and fell to the floor. "Quickly, Flame Wheel!" Xander demanded. Then Infernape ran under the next attack and spun around in a fierce, fiery wheel and was encased in it. He then smashed in Gyarados. Gyarados roared out in pain and crashed to the floor. "Damn, kid's got good skills," Crasher muttered as he returned Gyarados to its Pokeball. "Thanks, I got this. I'll be nice to both sides here and choose a new Pokemon." That being said, Infernape returned. "You did good, buddy," Xander cheered as he returned Infernape to his Pokeball. Both Crasher Wade and Xander both threw out new Pokeballs. "Quagsire, you're next!" Crasher called out. "Cinderace, you're up, bud," Xander yelled. Quagsire and Cinderace both appeared from their Pokeballs and was ready to battle. "Quagsire, you sludge bomb!" Crasher called out. Quagsire opened its mouth and muddy brown sludge blasts flew out of its mouth and hit Cinderace head on. "Careful, buddy. Come on, use Quick Attack," Xander cheered. Cinderace bolted off in a blur and became incredibly fast with intense speed. Then it slammed into Quagsire. "Wipe it out with Water Gun!" Crasher barked. Quagsire blasted Cinderace with a blast of water, knocking it backwards. It grunted as it took the damage. Alright, time to use our signature move. Use Pyro Ball, Xander said. Cinderace kicked up a small rock from the ground and started kicking it up into the air. Then the rock ignited and became a small fireball. Then it became bigger and bigger. Then Cinderace jumped up and kicked the small ball of fire, which was now rather large. It flew at Quagsire and hit it head on, making it stumble back. Then it fell to the floor, knocked out. Wow, kid. You're good. Here's my final Pokemon, Crasher said as he returned the fainted Quagsire and called out his Floatzel. Xander took a deep breath and returned Cinderace to its Pokeball and pulled out his last Pokeball. He looked at it with determination. It's all or nothing now. We gotta do this, Xander muttered. Then he threw the Pokeball up and in a burst of light, Blaziken appeared. Blaziken, Blaziken said. Ready, buddy? Xander cheered. Blaziken turned his head over his shoulder and nodded at Xander. Let's kick it, Xander said. Hang on. All three of your Pokemon are starter Pokemon from different regions, Crasher noted. Yeah, glad you noticed. That's right, I spent my time travelling and learning and training my fire Pokemon, my starter Pokemon, to be the best they can be, Xander explained with a little grin. You sound like a hoot and a half, boy. I'm glad that you're a great opponent. You're actually pretty impressive, Crasher chuckled. Ah, thanks. I'll take it. Now let's get to it, Xander barked. Fine with me. Floatzel Hydro Pump, Crasher commanded. Then Floatzel blasted a powerful water blast from its mouth, which hit Blaziken head on, forcing him to slide backwards. Blaziken, double kick, Xander demanded. Then Blaziken ran at Floatzel, kicked it in the chest, then kicked it again across the head. Floatzel gloated in pain. Then Crasher told Floatzel to jump back, which it did. Use Swift, Crasher barked. Floatzel opened its mouth and a ray of stars burst forth and struck Blaziken. You okay, buddy? Xander asked his Pokemon. Blaziken just nodded. Good, then let's try a Blaze Kick, Xander cheered. Blaziken's foot set ablaze. Then it jumped forward and kicked Floatzel with its blazing foot. Then Floatzel blasted Swift at Blaziken again after Crasher's demand. Double down with Hydro Pump, Crasher called out. Then Floatzel blasted the water attack once again and it hit Blaziken, this time throwing the Pokemon off its feet and crashing onto the ground rather hard. Blaziken, can you get up? Xander said. Blaziken stood up, grunting as it did. Floatzel? Crasher started. Not so fast. I'll call for Mega Evolution, Xander said, pulling down his sleeve, revealing his Megastone that had Blazikenite attached to it. Oh wow, Crasher muttered with a small smile. Then Xander placed his 2 fingers on the Megastone, and it started glowing. Then, in a burst of beautiful rainbow light, a connection was made between the stone and Blaziken Mega Evolved. He stood there stronger, and the energy radiating off of him. Floatzel, we don't back down now. Hydro Pump once more, Crasher growled. Floatzel blasted Mega Blaziken, and then blasted Mega Blaziken again. But Mega Blaziken stood there taking the damage, not phased. Okay, Blaziken, let's show off one of the best water-type gym leaders around, what it looks like when we train our fire starter team, Xander cheered. Mega Blaziken stomped his foot, then raised it up high. Floatzel, Aqua Jet, Crasher barked. Floatzel dived at Mega Blaziken and suddenly became surrounded in a veil of water. He dived forward and crashed into Mega Blaziken. Our turn. Now use Reversal, Xander cheered. Blaziken moved with blinding speed and struck Floatzel. Floatzel got knocked back. Blaziken, finish it off with Flamethrower, Xander commanded. Mega Blaziken opened its mouth and spat a big blast of fire, which hit Floatzel, rendering it unconscious. Then Crasher returned to his Pokemon. He stood there stunned, as Blaziken reverted back to normal, and Xander returned him to his Pokeball. Well, well, well. You're a great opponent, Xander, and a team of fire starter Pokemon? It's an insane idea, but I like it. Full of life, full of spirit, true test of fire, and from regions binding together by your passion for them. It's fantastic. Crasher cheered as he walked up to Xander. Your floats almost had me there. I kinda panicked when I pulled out the Mega Evolution, Xander grinned. Definitely gave me a run for me for sure. Thanks. It means a lot that you wanted to fight me, Xander told him. Hey, thank you. That was very entertaining. I best be going now, Crasher grinned. Xander made his goodbyes and left Crasher to go on his boat. Xander made it back to the inn where he was staying, and he sat in his room with a grin on his face. He had proved himself today. His hard work and his training and his dedication to his Firestarter team. Xander went to sleep a very proud Pokemon trainer. And there you have it, guys. Another entry to Pokemon The Lost Chronicles. A short one today, but that's fine. Pokemon Lost Chronicles is a series I like doing because I get to use lots of different trainers and different Pokemon. If there's any particular Pokemon you want to see in the Lost Chronicles, then please let me know and I'll make a note of it. Hell, you guys can even build your own Pokemon teams down in the comments down below, and I'll use them in a story, and I'll shout out the person who made the Pokemon teams. Any team, have at it. That being said, I do want to shout out Cosplay Son 67 for giving me, allowing me to use him and the Pokemon team that he made up. That being said, I need to shout out the 3 Ranger Bros. Me, Cosplay Dude 637 with his podcast, Cosplay Dude, Storytime with Cosplay Dude 637. We have Sailor Moon E, Parent Universe 19, and his YouTube channel, Nostalgia Time. I have stories kind of everywhere with him, so you might want to go check them out too. Then we have Nerds Through Comics, which is made by the 3rd member of the 3 Ranger Bros, that being Mark the Cornish Ranger, and Nerds Through Comics is a place where he adapts comic books into audio dramas, but not only that, he also uploads his own original content. So you might want to go check that out too. Of course, subscribe to this channel, and then make sure you go subscribe to Tiger Tales The Lost Stories, a place where you'll find more storylines and fanfictions, but all of them are in the first person perspective, and I try to twist the words fanfictions. You'll see if you go check it out. Thank you all for watching, and of course with that I shall see you guys next time.